So first we can discuss the question you not solve. So whatever you question solve looks good. So one question, this one, right? So the question is insert the data into temp table of customer having more than two children. So first we can open database. So total children column is there, right? So just you need to put the condition where total children is the question having more than two children. Just you can put the total children is greater than 2. So you receive the only the data which is having more than two children you can put into the custom temp table. So you can put the customer something like that. Click star into from div customer where children greater equal to 2. Okay, right? Other than this is good. One more, which one? 12th. Yeah. If we pass the single customer key 110 need to retrieve the data from all above table and use it. So do you need to use the variable? So 1102. So what table you use? So suppose we have two table, right? Dim children and dim customer. If you want to use by using the variable 1102, so this is the question of 6. Do you want this code or you can write? Okay. So first you can declare the variable. Question answer. Declare. So what is the customer key? Int set customer key int is equal to 1102. From dim customer where customer key is equal to customer key. So whatever table is there where you require this, you can use the variable. So you can see the data retrieved, which is the customer key is equal to 1102, right? So same the question is asking. Kalpita, you got it? Any question on this SQL language? तो तो अभी सब क्वेरी का आपने रिजॉल्व नहीं किया? हाँ, कोई क्वेश्चन, कोई क्वेश्चन है सब क्वेरी में? ओके 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 फाइन. आज हम लोग सीखेंगे इंडेक्सेस. So you have any idea, basic idea on the indexes? हाँ हाँ हाँ. Okay. And indexes is very important for the performance point of view. So in the interview, they will definitely ask about the indexes. So why we use indexes? Sorry. Uh, so when we increase the performance of the code, so performance tuning is also one topic is there. I will let you know. So when performance tuning is there, we need to create the indexes. If we need the performance, so we need to create the indexes. So basically, two type of the indexes is there: cluster index and non-cluster index. So we can create only one cluster index in a table, right? And we can create multiple non-cluster index in a table. So cluster index basically store the data, means they basically order the data in the same table in the ascending order, right? So suppose if you creating any dim, we have dim customer table is there. So if you can see this table, data is stored in the descending order, sorry, ascending order. So this is one is lower, this is higher, then higher. So suppose any data is insert, they data basically they insert in the same table. Hello. But in the non-cluster index, they create the different pages, and they store all the row ID of this table is there. So this is the main difference between cluster and non-cluster index. You got it? Huh? Yes. 1 minute. Can you hold on for a minute? हेलो। हाँ बोलिए भैया। ये एड्रेस यहाँ पे रेनबो होटल है ना? रेनबो होटल। बालाजी गली स्वीट से अंदर आओ। ये वाई जंक्शन आता। वाई जंक्शन से आपको लेफ्ट को रखना है। वहां से आपको फोर्थ लेफ्ट लेना है। हाँ, राइट में देखना एक रेनबो होटल होगा। 100 मीटर आगे आगे आओगे ना, तो एक रेनबो होटल होगा, तो उसी के सामने वाले गली में अंदर आना है। ये लालच विला एक बिल्डिंग है, उसके सामने का बिल्डिंग मेरा है। हाँ हाँ। कितना देर में आ रहा? हाँ, आके कॉल करो। हेलो। Yeah, so non-cluster index, they basically create the row ID and store the all the information in different location. So the SQL engine, they basically do in the internal. We cannot see where they store, right? So, but this is the concept of the cluster and non-cluster index. Okay. Uh, and while we learn the performance tuning, I will tell you the more indexes like filter index, column store index, and the how can we increase the performance of the code. If the code is running slow, how we can debug the code, because performance tuning, if you put more than 3 years experience in the interview, they will ask you the about the performance tuning also. So I will discuss performance tuning after the all the T-SQL code is complete. This is the advanced database part. Okay. So do you have any question in the indexes right now? Okay. डिराइव टेबल हम लोग देखे थे। डिराइव टेबल, आफ्टर डिराइव टेबल वी हैव व्यू। So what is the view? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. Correct. So the next question interviewer will ask you why we use view in our organization. So do you have any idea? You can. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. So basically, this is the concept of the view, but the real time, because we database developer, we deal with the we're not part of the HR or something like that, right? So we're working on the data. So all the database developer have the access of the data they can view. So in the real time, view is using basically for the report purpose. Okay. So basically we have different type of the report. Like if you generating any type of the report which is pulling the data from more than 10 table, only one column, two column from each table, right? So we using the view, and we integrate the view into the store procedure, and we can fetch the data. So whenever we require, we can update the view. Suppose the report have requirement to add additional two column, so we can update the view and we can integrate the view into the front end tool. So view is integrating by using the store procedure. So in the real time, we can use the view in the report purpose. Okay. So just keep in mind that. So this is the syntax to create the view. Create view, view name, right? So we can put this like star from view name. So view is nothing but a virtual table. So sometimes the interviewer will ask you, can we update the data in from the view? No, we can update, but if the view is pointing single table and all, and the column which is not associated with view, if they will accept the null value. You got this point? So suppose we have implied view implied detail insert, right? So you can see implied detail insert is pointing employee detail table and employee detail table and department table, right? Department table, right? But any of the column, we have only three column, but with department and employee detail having other column also. So if you try to insert, uh, if you can see, we employee ID, employee name, department ID, right? So we have the three column. But if you can see this table, we have the department name and department ID, right? So if any of the table which is having, you know how I can see the property of the table? In the shortcut is Alt F1. So you can see is the primary column is there. Suppose department table, if the department table is not null, department name column is not null, constraint is applied, then we cannot insert the data through the view because they will not accept the null value. So they will throw the error. So you can explain like that. Okay. So if the pointing the column which is accept the null value, then we can insert. So the next is schema binding in the view. So suppose if you share the view name and if employee detail, so this is a view created, right? Employee detail insert. So how we can check the what the code is written. So we can see, you can see, if you share the view to anyone, they can see the what table is used and what column is used. They can directly look up this table. They can see the data, right? So for prevent this, we have the schema binding in the schema binding in the view. So if you create this view, so a schema binding in the view, you can now this view is associated with the employee salary, right? And they put it the if they put it the if you anyone drop this table, like employee salary is there, right? So you can try to drop this table. So this table will not drop. Suppose they will put the SP help text and they can drop the, they get the name, or they can pick this table name and they can drop this table to disturb the view. Anyone or anyone drop unwanted this table without information to anyone who created the view. So if the table is got created, the view will not work. For this purpose, we have the schema binding. So interviewer will not ask what is a schema binding. So they will put your question that suppose I have created the view and I want to prevent whatever table you use, no one can delete or no one can drop the table. So how you can do? You can understand the question, right? So you can tell that we can use the schema binding in the view, so no one can drop the table if the table is used into the view. Okay, so in the real time, we always use the schema binding because any of the table is dropped, the view will not work, right? So that purpose we need to use this view a schema binding. So just you need to mention with a schema binding. Okay, got it. The next is the SP help text. We can also encrypt the text so no one can see the, you can see what is the view detail is there. EMP detail is created right here. So EMP detail is created view and we can see the whatever text available in the, you can see, right? But we can also encrypt the this code, whatever code you wrote. So just you can put with encryption. So if you put with encryption, code will be not displayed. you can see the text for is encrypted. Okay, so this is delete. I think we can use the delete. We can check here. 1 minute. This is the schema binding here, because a schema binding is basically binding the schema. 1 minute. We can first select, but data or a structure is there, right, in the table. So suppose delete empty salary. So you can use a delete, because schema binding, what is, what is the meaning of a schema? What is the schema? Huh? So DBO is the schema. So what is the schema? Yeah, we can create our, so a schema is basically, uh, we can, in the general language, we can see the role. So you means authenticator means who is the owner of the database, complete database. So we can create a different owner. We can, by default schema is a DBO, but DBO is the by default schema, but we can create other schema. So entire database who is the owner is the schema. So all the schema we need to bind. Bind means we can together. So we can delete. We can delete in the schema binding. We can truncate, because table is structure is there, right? But we cannot drop the schema binding. You can also, yeah, go ahead. uh हाँ हाँ हाँ, we can use. Hmm. We can use. If you want, we can do practice. So in the SQL, if you have any question, we also sometimes what happen. We also what happen. We don't know the what will be happen. Means sometimes we don't know what is happen. So if you have any question, just you can put this code into the, means try to execute the code. Suppose I think we cannot use. It's showing the error. Because I never use this one. No, we cannot use. Or let me check with the Google or somewhere if we can use. Okay, I will check this one. We can also alter the view, we can also drop the view. So this is the basic operation we can do any on any object. Okay. So you have any question? So can we start next topic? So next one is the transaction management, TCL command, right? So transaction management, when we use the transaction management, when we can use the rollback, when we can use the commit transaction, do you have any idea? So transaction management is basically used when we updating or deleting or truncating, we modifying the data. Okay. Let me open the code. Okay. Not a code. So suppose if you updating any of the table or through the query, we can use the update or delete or truncate. So transaction management is basically used to suppose we have one query when updating 100 million of the data, or suppose uh, 10,000 of the data. Okay, and after updating 5,001 data, you got one unexpected error. Got it right? So in the unexpected error, so what will be happen? 5,001 data got updated and 499 data is not updated. So the you cannot find out the which data is in the table, which data is updated, which data is not updated, right? So the transaction management, so we need to update the entire data or we need to update the single row. For this, so for this purpose, we can use the transaction management. Okay, so this is the concept of the transaction management. So when we execute the code into the store procedure, that time I will let you know how we can implement in the store procedure. So we have transaction management, that rollback and commit, right? So if any of the error is came, if any of the error is occurred, we need to revert back. We need to revert back whatever update is done. We need automatically roll back. No need to manual done. So for that purpose, we can use the begin try, begin catch. You heard about the begin try, begin catch, try catch. We can put the update command into the try catch block, and we can execute. So any of the store procedure or any of the code which is running and will throw the any type of the error, the SQL command will roll back the transaction. So I will show you this on tomorrow, transaction management. Basically, when we start the store procedure implementation, okay? Because whatever you learn till now, this will all will use into the store procedure. Okay. The next one is the if and case. What is the if statement? What is the case statement? Yes. You have any idea? So what is the difference between if and what is difference between case? Okay. So basically, if and case is used to check the condition, and in the if we can use the begin and end, but in the case we can use the when, and we need to end with the end statement. So depend on the requirement, we can use the if or case. We can both are used based on the condition only. Okay. So suppose if you have any condition that in a dim imply table, in the dim imply table, if you have condition that display the M for male and F for female, else unknown, then how we can display in the report, or something we have few condition. So the case will work, the case when condition, then the what will be output. Again you need to put when gender is equal to this, then else end as end, you need to end the case statement. So if you can execute, then you can see that for M, gender is new gender is showing male, and if the any of the F is there, then showing the female. Okay. If and case statement difference, right? So when if we have the any of the condition, we can use either if or case conditional statement, but the case statement will be used when condition and in condition. Okay. But in the if condition we can use begin and end. Okay. And if you want to update, yeah, if you can make any type of the update into data, we can use case statement for conditional update. Like suppose for conditional update in the data we can use case statement. Like suppose if you have the suppose in the table we have male column is M only, marital status is M only, male column is gender column is the M only. Suppose if you have requirement to update this table at the complete gender name like male female, then we can use the case statement. We cannot use the if statement. Okay. So in this scenario we can use the case statement. You got it? What is the difference case and if? And if you have the some checking the value, then we can proceed the next code, then we can use the if condition. I will show you how if is working, so you can understand the what is how a case is working, right? So case when gender is equal to M, then male is there, gender is equal to F, then female is there, otherwise a noun gender is there. So you can see I'm generating the report. If M is there, then male, and F is there is showing the female complete name. So the case statement is there. Now, if you checking the condition and proceeding the next any of the uh, query or statement, we can use the if condition. Suppose if you want to check these, if the table having the salary or employed is this and this, then we can update. So suppose if you have the requirement to check that if any of the employee whatever variable pass is salary is equal, then we can print the value. Like suppose uh, 2 and 3 is yearly income is same, right? So we need to print the value like both yearly income is same, or if the yearly income is same, then we can update the yearly income for the first one is 70,000. So this type of the condition we can use the if condition. So you can see I declare two variables salary 1 and salary 2. Salary 1 is null, salary B I put it null. So I am passing this 116 and 115 665 having the same salary, and if checking this, if both salary is same, both yearly equal, salary is equal, or both yearly income not equal, they will display this message, print message, both yearly is equal. If you change here this any of the value, now you can see the condition will work different. Both yearly income not equal, both yearly is not equal. So basically if condition is using to check the value and proceed the next statement. You can put here the updated statement, drop statement. In the between begin and end, you can use the multiple statement based on the requirement. So you can understand the if condition, right? I will today I will send you some real time question based on this. So if you not understand, you can just let me know. You can understand, right? So this is the if condition. Next one is the while loop. So while loop is basically used to loop the value one by one. Okay. So suppose if you want to loop the value from 1 to 100, or if you want to loop the value from entire table in the dim customer and check the value, you can see we have 18,000. So if you loop one by one, then how we can proceed? So just you can understand the concept. I will let you know the question. If you're not able to solve, I will solve tomorrow. Okay. So the very important question here is that how we can print A to Z. They will ask. So what is the ASCII character of A is 97, right? If you select 90, they print the Z. So starting value of A is 65. So I declare two variable A and B. So I put at the A value is 65, B value is 90. So I need to loop 65 to 90. So when I put it A less than equal to B, I'm putting in the loop. So when this condition is satisfied, they will loop till. So A value is 65 less than equal to B, like 90. Okay. So this condition is correct. So I am selecting whatever value is A. So A is 65. So if you select A is 65, they print A. The next value what I am doing, setting A plus 1. Now 65 plus 66, right? This coming back, this coming back 65, 66. Again checking the condition till the 90. So when the 91 is there, 91 less than equal to B. So this condition is got dissatisfied, not satisfied, right? So the loop will stop here. So now you can execute this code. You can see printing A, B, C, D, right? So they will select like this one. Okay, so you understand how the while loop is working, right? Any question? हाँ, क्योंकि अभी आपके पास बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट कंटेंट आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं किए, आप यू नॉट प्रैक्टिस सब क्वेरी, आज ज्वाइन प्रैक्टिस किए। हाँ ठीक है, बाद में कर देना। सब क्वेरी आप प्रैक्टिस करो, व्यू को प्रैक्टिस करो, और इफ केस वाइल लूप को प्रैक्टिस करो। ओके, एंड आई विल कर्सर को अभी हम लोग ख़त्म करते हैं, या कर्सर को कल ख़त्म करें? व्हाट यू थिंक इफ़ यू डू प्रैक्टिस? बिकॉज प्रैक्टिस नहीं होगा तो फिर और दिक्कत हो जाएगा। I will send today more question on basically for while loop. If this is very important and रियल टाइम में भी हम लोग बहुत यूज करते हैं इसको, while loop को, if को, इस केस को। I will send question based on this only, while loop case and three topic. Just you can try to solve, and all are the real time based only, and then we can discuss tomorrow. Okay, then we can meet again tomorrow same time, computer. Yeah, thank you. Okay, okay, thank you.